What is going on, everybody? How we doing today? Let's make sure the audio is good. Yes, the audio is good. What is going on? JC Pliskin, Joe Butt, Slasher, Kinner, Zachary Verid, Morgan Elizabeth. What's going on? T-Mac underscore JM. What's going on, bro? Flying Karate Chop. Very appropriate name for this channel, sir. Very appropriate name. Uh, JC Pliskin, I feel like I already said hello to you, but just in case, what's going on? Murder Party Krell, Arthur Morgan, Bonjour Skeet, Practical Thumb, Scott Pilgrim, and Joe Butt Slasher. I'm pretty sure I also said hello, but just in case. Also, hello, Zilly and Chef and Trash my bike. Uh, Scott Sullivan MMA, you killed it in Bitch Tank again. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate the hell out of that, you know? Um, Yeah, I mean, Bitch Tank has been a lot of fun. I had a blast with Bitch Tank because it was it's fun to bully women. All right, it's fun as hell to bully women. I can't get enough of it. Isn't that right, babe?
Mhm. Yes.
She said, mm-hmm, yeah, mm-hmm, yes, yes. Um, no, but like I had a good time. And we're kind of like it's kind of winding down right now. I don't think I'm gonna be back in. I'll be honest with you, just due to a combination of like their scheduling and my scheduling. So it is what it is. But I had a really fun time with it, and it feels like this is the first real time that I was able to have my own thing going independent of like anyone and anything else, right? And maybe that's a good thing, maybe it's a bad thing. I think it's just a thing. I think it's a thing. I think I did a thing. Okay, I think I was doing a thing in there. Um, no, but like season 2.5, right? I was really happy with it. I felt really good because when it came to it, it was the first uh huh. There was something on my desk, and I'm like, what the hell is that? What is that thing? Huh? What's going on here? But it's nothing. It's no big deal. Anyway, season 2.5 was a time for me to sort of try and spread my wings independent of just being the karate guy, right? Which I mean, don't get me wrong, like I'm totally cool with being the boxing, kickboxing, karate, fucking whatever guy on Fish Tank. Like hey, I'm totally cool with that. I'm perfectly fine with it. I'm happy with it. I feel very grateful to be that guy. But also, there is a little bit of me. There's a piece of me, right? That this whole time I'm sitting on the sidelines and I'm seeing what Sam is doing. I'm seeing what Jet and Ben are doing. I'm seeing what all these other people are doing, and I'm like, man, I know I can do that. I know I can do shit like that, man. I gotta spread my wings a little bit. I gotta get comfortable, and I gotta take risks and stuff like that. And granted, it's not like I'm as good at it as Sam, Jet, Ben, etc., right? These guys are doing it all the time, but I was really, um, I felt like I did something good with 2.5, right? It was a step in the right direction. I think with Bitch Tank, I really took a big step in the right direction, where there were a lot of days where not a ton happened outside of things that I either did or was involved in to some degree, right? Am I trying to be like, Bitch Tank was me, it was good because of me, blah, blah? No, but I am saying that I feel like I was able to sort of go in there, and when there wasn't anything huge going on, I was able to contribute. Even if it was something like that night Letty came in and she tried to mog me, and I started throwing it back at her, right? Um, like even dude, I say mog now. I say mog, and I don't like it. I don't like that I say the word mog now. It feels shitty that I say that word, bro. I don't like that. But um um what was I gonna say? Abe D. It was good because of me, Scott. 2024. Um, yeah, but like even if it was something like that, it's like I had to be in there to cause that, These are things that like were the highlights of days, like taking down script, going into the bathroom with Haley, Letty trying to fuck with me, and we started fucking with each other, back and forth, and there was like a few other things, and then even when I wasn't there, it was like the fallout of me being there was so great that like there were moments where, fucking I was being talked about, or my thing was being talked about a day or two after it happened. And that's not something that happens a lot in Fish Tank. I don't know if you guys noticed, but like Fish Tank is like what happens on day one, typically forgotten about by day like 2, 3, definitely by day 4, you know? So like the fact that I was able to do something that, even if it was a little sloppy, which is the perfect word to describe what I did. Fucking perfect, right? Even if it was like a little bit crazy and like there was some like chaos and shit like that. Well, for one thing, I mean that's what people are tuning in for is chaos, right? To a degree, right? They are. But then in addition to that, it's like it was chaotic. It was prolific enough as to where people still will talk about it and stuff like that. So like in that case, it's like fucking mission accomplished in a way. Mission accomplished. Neon, what's going on? He says facts. Yes, sir. Facts. Facts. You know. I don't want to talk mad shit on Letty. I'd rather not talk mad shit on Letty. If I could say nice things about Letty right now, she actually was really good behind the scenes. I saw the way that she was able to work with Jet and Ben and Sam. I almost said Sen, like Ben and Sam. The way she was able to work with them, some of the ideas she came up with and stuff like that were actually like really good. I put in I did a little bit of a joke here. All right, we do a little bit of trolling around here. I put I Miss Letty in the title, right? That's not because I want to be like, fucking Letty. Like, I'm not gonna be back either, right? I don't know what's going on with her. Fucking, I hope everything's okay, you know. But yeah, like Letty was good this season, right? Letty was good for this, good for her, like for real, Um, I just didn't know it got real. Yeah, it got real. It got real, Zachary Vera, let's be honest, Bitch Tank was only watchable when men were involved somehow. Yeah, because it's one thing seeing a bunch of women like bitch and moan at each other, but also like when like this is something I was thinking about the other day. I watch reality TV, but only when my wife's watching it. Right? I, as a man, have never been like, oh, Love Island? Baby, what's that show with the pods that we watch?
Love is blind.
Yeah, Love is Blind. I've never, like, point, case in point, fucking, like, I didn't even remember the name of that Love is Blind show, and it blew up, and I watched the fuck out of it with my wife, right? Guys don't typically just watch reality TV show in that way. Oh.
Lunch break today joking saying Letty's visa expired and is here legally. She's ended you of flying out and leaving the show today. What are the odds?
Scott Pilgrim, thank you so much for the $3, and I'll read it again just in case people didn't hear. I was joking in the Fish Tank chat during my lunch break today, joking saying Letty's visa expired and is here illegally. She ended up flying out and leaving the show today. What are the odds? Yeah, that is pretty crazy. I hope everything's all right with her. She said that she had something that came up that she needed to take care of. That's I know she and I have our beef and shit like that, but I wouldn't wish anything bad on her like that. That would be awful. But I was saying, like, I think part of the reason why Bitch Tank was a little bit slow sometimes is because when it's 4 to 6 women in a room, it's like that, like, men aren't inherently interested in or involved with like woman problems. It's not something we really care that much about. So because of that, like, it got very interesting when a man was in the room. And I'm not even just saying me, I'm saying in general, you know? Or like when Pearl Davis came in and she did her little bit, right? She did a couple of bits. What's it called? Oh, you're watching my stream? Hmm. Hmm. Um, Fuck, what was I gonna say? Yeah, bottom line, like, there needed to be something else other than just, oh, there's these stupid bitches who have drama. Because that's really what it was. Like, there's people who are parasocial about it. They seem to be picking sides in, like, a hard line way. And it's, like, that's something I've never really gotten the point of. It's like, yo, like, none of these people are supposed to be that redeemable, you know? If there is a redeemable person, it's like, all right, cool, like, you know, support them, but also it is supposed to be Hell House to a degree, you know? Just enjoy the content that you're getting. Enjoy it. Well, fuck, what was it? Don't ask questions, consume content, get ready for next content. Product. Don't ask questions, consume product. No, but, like, there's like it boggles the mind when I see there's like really good stuff happening, but because it's happening to a certain person, somebody's like, dude, what the fuck, bro? It's like, geez, holy shit, man. You know, it's just weird, but dude, I lost my train of thought. I fucking lost my train of thought, like, completely and totally, because I heard my own voice coming from a different spot, and I was like, oh, what the fuck. Yeah, bottom line though, um you know, Bitch Tank was a good idea. I think it went very well. I think it's going very well. But like, there were times where I tuned in here, like on Saturday. I was like, yo, this is like, you know, what the hell? They're doing nothing. They're not doing anything right now, right? And it was just like, yeah, you know. That's what happened to me. I was in the cell the night that Letty came in and started like shit talking me. I think she came in because there was nothing going on, because Claire and Shadi. Oh, I remember what I was talking about now. But because Claire and Shadi were just so fucking boring for me to even be around that night, I was legit falling asleep. I was like, no joke, like about to like drift off to sleep. You know, it was crazy how like they'd just sit around and do nothing. You know, when it came down to it. Even the conversations were kind of like vacuous. They weren't like fun conversations to be having a lot of the time, you know? And then fucking we start talking about religion, which I know is not everyone's cup of tea, but it at least interested me a little bit, and Shadi for that matter. And Claire's like, oh, let's not talk about this. And it's like, well, fucking, what are we gonna talk about then? Holy shit, bro. You know? Um, but yeah, I was saying um, like people get severely interested in different people for different reasons, and it's like, okay, I understand supporting people. Like, I am actually genuinely supporting Haley. I'd rather see Haley win than Shadi, if I'm being honest with you, but also, like, I'm not going to be upset if Shadi wins, right? You know, and my support for Haley isn't nearly as fanatical as I make it out to be in the fish tank chat, obviously, right? um you know, it's just weird. It's just weird to see the people who it's just weird to see how some people will like get all up in arms and shit like that, you know. Whoever wins wins, and that just kind of is what it is. And I don't have like any sort of I don't have any sort of like there's no like hatred or anything, or like I'm not upset about it in any way. You see, that like there was a point that I was trying to make using what I just said about like I don't get parasocial about things. I don't know why people do, and I can't even remember the point that I was trying to make with that now. So that fucking annoys the shit out of me, dude. That annoys the shit out of me. Thank you very much, True. Excuse me, I started reading your chat by mistake. Jax904, thank you so much for the 199, man. Is it true that Shadi hits harder than Ngannou? Yeah, she hits pretty hard. She hits pretty damn hard. Actually, like, now that I think of it, this is why, like, I think Haley needed to be in the final. You know, and this is why I don't hate Haley, is because, like, I see I see everybody being shitty. And this was the point that I was trying to make. This was the point that I was trying to make like a minute ago, you know, but I see everybody being shitty all the time when I watch that shit because I haven't picked somebody that I'm like, yo, I love her, I love her, I love her. I haven't picked somebody that I'm like that for, right? Because what would even be the point? And because of this, it kind of irks me when I see people who go after Haley for like the violence thing. Excuse me. The only time I've ever seen her, and I may have just missed something. I may have just missed something. All right, like my bad if I missed something. But the only time I ever saw her ever like escalate the violence without it being like some kind of warranted was when she ended up smacking Shadi last night. And if we're being honest here, I think she decided to smack Shadi because she knew she could get one in before I'd pull them apart and then keep them apart, at least in that way. You know, but like that's the only time I ever saw her like resort to any sort of physical aggression without it being brought on by either Claire or Shadi. Like even that first fight that night, like you know, they're sitting there talking shit back and forth, and Shadi throws champagne literally in her face. So that's fucking carbonated alcohol thrown into her eyes. And people are like, dude, she throws fucking food. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, and this is why I'm critical of Shadi, is because like I can see through her bullshit of like, I'm gonna start shit and then be like, oh, she can hit, she can do this, she can do that. Oh man, it's like, well, yeah, because you're doing it to her. Like Jet and Ben aren't stupid. They don't have a dog in the fight that's gonna keep them from like viewing it objectively. You fucking like you're like they're just it's just foolish. It's just foolish, you know. If you are that deep into it as to where you're gonna get angry over something, I feel that like you got to kind of rearrange your thought process, your pattern, and things like that. But Neon, she 100% did hit her, knowing you would get them apart. Oh yeah, for sure. You know, and what I should have done, I should have called it. I should have called it right then. Like meaning, like I should have pulled her off. I should have been like, all right, we're calling a fucking time out here because it wasn't good that Haley threw the smack and then I pulled her off and then Shadi went and got more roses because I was holding Haley back. So like that was kind of bullshit. You know, that was kind of bullshit. I think Haley should have been in the final and she is. But when it comes to her opponent, I think it could have been either of them, but I do think Claire would have been a little bit better because Claire is kind of seen as like the good girl. Not like the good girl, but like you know, she's kind of seen as a little bit more redeemable. She's a little bit more simpable in like a positive quote unquote way. And I think that it probably would have been good, but you know, a game's a game. You know, fucking and Claire lost because um you know, Claire lost because she was a little bit too complacent, you know. Shadi fought tooth and nail. She fought like a dog. She was absolutely shameless about it, and because of that, she's in the final now, you know. That was kind of hard to watch. Was like she's sitting there, right? Like crying, moping, like moaning, you know. And then Haley trying to be nice is like, here, I'm ahead by a lot. I'll give you some roses. And who knows, maybe it'll be what you need to end up in second place. Here you go. Take them. And then Shadi decides she's going to grab roses. Like, that was hard to watch, especially the way that she's like, I'm playing the game. I have to play the game. It's like, fucking, that sounded like a druggie. Like, the way druggies talk sometimes. Where it's like they want to get high, so they blame something as a reason to get high. It's like, oh, I got a speeding. Like they're just sitting there. They're like, I want to get high. Want to get high. I need to get high. Oh man, I stubbed my toe. Damn it. Oh, dude, I'm so sad. Life just sucks. Life sucks. You know, like that almost is like that's almost how it kind of felt in a certain sense, in a certain way. You know, that's what I would compare it to if I had to compare it to something. But yeah, like that was kind of hard to watch. But I mean, well, she was playing the game. We're just being honest, right? She was playing the game. Um, you know, it was funny watching them like go at it and stuff like that. It was funny though. Part of the entertainment was watching you try to stop people from fighting without actually fighting them yourself. Exactly. I just start raining punches down on the back of Haley's head. I'm just like, no, fucking stop. What are you doing? Oh man. I do that with 7-Eleven Slurpees. Yeah, dude, I won't even lie to you, bro. I won't even lie. I do that too with food. I'm like, I'm sitting here and I'm like, dude, I want to eat junk food. I want to eat junk food. I want to eat junk food. It's a Tuesday. I don't usually eat junk food like that today, you know. Um, oh man, you know what? I had a stressful day at work today. My boss told me I can't sit around on my phone all day. Oh, what an asshole. I hate my life. I'm gonna go get some cookies. Like every now and again I do that. I think every now and again everybody does that where they're like, I want to do something. I need a reason to do it though. You know, that women do that a lot with like boyfriends and shit like that. You know, we're going that red pill shit. I hung out with Pearl Davis once. I'm a red pill alpha male now. That was pretty cool meeting Pearl Davis though, actually, side note. But well, like the women like to do that a lot where they get this inkling in their head where they're like, "Oh, well, I have a boyfriend and I love him and he's like really nice to me and there's no problems in our relationship that are like really that serious." But also this guy at the bar is really handsome and he's kind of more handsome than my boyfriend and he looks like he makes more money and you know, he's just my boyfriend's here, the guy at the bar is here. Oh man, my boyfriend's an asshole because he looked at me wrong one day. I'm gonna go fuck this guy at the bar. Like that's the type of shit that happens, you know. And it doesn't just happen like that either. It happens like slowly over the course of like months, even a year. You'll have like, oh, bump into a guy at the bar. Hey, sorry. Oh, you want to buy me a drink? Tee hee. Okay, but I have a boyfriend. Tee hee. Thank you for the drink. Oh, you want my number? Yeah, yeah. No, it's fine. We can be pals. We can be friends. We can be besties. You know, you'll be my best guy friend. I like guys anyway because guys are less drama. They're just easier to deal with. Anyway, see a guy, bestie, tee hee, and then it just snowballs from there. You know, that's why that's why I don't prefer my girl, whether it was any of my exes or if it's my wife, to be going to bars and clubs and shit like that. Like I could count on one hand the amount of times I allowed my ex, the one that I thought I was gonna marry, to go to a bar or a club. I let her go to a club once, and it was because like I genuinely had that trust for her, you know. And even then, truth be told, by that point in the relationship, if she cheated on me, it would have just been open season. I would have been like, whatever, I'm just fucking bitches now. Like, truth be told, like that was my outlook, you know. If she cheated on me, I'd just be a creep to a bunch of women. That's what I'd do. That's what I'd do. Um, but yeah, like my wife doesn't go to bars, she doesn't go to clubs, and that's one of the things that I like about her is she's not the type of person who's like, "Yes, let's go to the social areas where people get inebriated and then fuck." You know, because that's what bars and clubs are for. You can sit there and pretend like it's not. It is. We all know it is. Quit fucking lying. Anyway, yes, same. Demonize to justify. Exactly. That is 1,000,000%. How hard are Greg's punches? Greg's a big guy, so he punches pretty hard, even though he doesn't like completely. You know, he's still got a ways to go with his technique. He's got a really good jab, and he's really good at going down low with it. He's good at that level change. You know, we were actually gonna look at that. We're actually gonna look at the video of he and I boxing tonight. Excuse me. Um, what was I gonna call? What was I gonna say? Damn. Oh yeah. But demon has to justify. That's like exactly what it is. I feel like I was gonna say something else, but I forget. Scott, stop talking about your wife. No. Um, Pearl Davis is actually a pretty cool chick. I liked her, you know. Um, I think it's funny though. This is one thing, right? Because I used to be big in that manosphere shit. If I'm just being honest with you, back before it became what it is today, which is basically just Andrew Tate and like Twitter hot takes and things like that that are designed to get a reaction out of people, right? Um, one of the things that like you kind of grow to understand when you're messing around in that manosphere shit, at least back when I was, is that like women, even if they are based and red pilled, they're only ever gonna see things from their point of view, and because of that, everything that they have to say is gonna be a self-interested thing. um Pearl Davis is like I said, she seems like she's a really cool chick, and I'd love to be around her again. But there was one thing where she was making a joke, and I think it mostly was just a joke. But it was when we were doing Incel Gang, and my fat ass had to squeeze into Jacob's wife beater, along with Matt, the guy who paid the guy who was the fish BNB, and Greg. You know, she's like, "Have you guys ever thought about going to the gym?" And it's like, why would I go to the gym to please you? You know, like, obviously I would like to be in better shape, and it's my fault that I'm not in better shape. It's completely and totally my fault. But like, it was that was a funny moment where like the manosphere, the 2017 manosphere shit kind of came bubbling up to the surface of my brain for a second, and I was like, what, you think I'm gonna go to the gym to make you happy? Like that was my instinct. That was my instinct right there. But I was like, no, this is Pearl Davis. She's here as a guest. All right. It's not like Letty said it. If Letty said it, then I'd let her have it because that's good content. But Pearl, she's on her way out. It doesn't have to be a big argument, right? Um, but yeah, it just like reflex. I was like, oh, so you want me to go to the gym to be more pleasing to you, but you're not gonna fuck me, are you? You're not gonna be my girlfriend, are you? Even if I was single, you wouldn't be my girlfriend. So like, why do I care what you think like that? You know? And then you add in again the fact that I'm married, and it's like, well, I'm off the market anyway. What do you care? You don't care about my health. She doesn't remember me. I had her follow me on Instagram, not Instagram, Twitter, and she forgot who I was when she saw my shit. You know, so it's like it's just funny to see that type of shit. She's 27 and looks 46, bro. No, actually, Pearl is not. Pearl's not ugly. I'll be honest with you. She's got a certain femininity to her. There's a softness to her features. I think, like me, I'm saying this because I'm the exact same way. Not that I'm the best looking guy you've ever seen in the first place, but I take bad pictures. I'm not good at picture taking. I don't think she's good at picture taking either. And because of that, you know, you know, you know. Anyway, um, Pearl's Big League IMO. That's proper choice on someone to work with. I was laughing. Yeah. Pearl Davis. Pearl Davis was so good to have there. Like I was throwing praise on myself a minute ago, right? Saying like, oh, I feel proud of myself because a lot of the good things that happened this season, a lot of the crazy things, a lot of the content that happened with this like weird mini season, this bitch tank thing. A lot of it revolved around things that I did or was involved in. But like that was something that was like really, really good. That was something that was really, really good was having Pearl Davis in there to be like, you know what your fucking problem is, ladies? That's funny as hell. Out of 10, Scott, what is Pearl? Honestly, I'd say like a 7, 7.5, somewhere around there. You know, Scotty rocking the house tonight. What's going on, bra guy? Um, my cat just brought me a mouse. I'm naming it Letty. Oh man, I know cats hunt. I know cats hunt mice. That's just what it is. But there's I know it's nature. It's nature. There's no sense in being upset about it. But also, there's a piece of me that's like, oh man, poor mouse. Um, Wasn't Bitch Tank actually Letty's idea? I don't know if it was Letty's idea. That it was a good idea in my opinion. Um, Letty was supposed to be in Bitch Tank, but then they decided that they would have her as production because it would be better to get new faces who don't exactly know what to expect. And then also it was good to have Letty be on production because we have Bex, obviously. Bex is there, but she can't always be in and out of the cell and shit like that. And then in addition to that, Letty is like, Bex is, she'll talk, but she's not a talker per se when it comes to being on the camera and stuff like that. Letty was someone who was able to be a talker, right? So it was good to have a girl who is also a talker. It would be cool if Fish Tank had 3 different groups of people locked in rooms and they didn't know about the other people in the house until later on. That would be pretty sick. That would be pretty sick. Scott MGTOW enjoyer, LOL. Yeah, I used to be. Oh, hi Ecuador. It was in Fight Club 2 when they looked at the ad on the bus. First time I heard that shit. Scott intimidated by Pearl. Heard what shit, hi Ecuador? I'm curious what you're talking about. Sorry, I'm just I'm reading these. Fallout shelter style multiple vaults. Yeah, that would be a good idea. That would be a good thing. I do think that's pretty sick. But yeah, who do you guys want to win? Honestly, I'll do a poll. I'll do a poll if I can. Yes. Hold on. I'm gonna go ahead. Need to add one more option. All right. No, actually, hold on. No. Yeah, I'm gonna take that away. I'm curious, out of the two, who you guys would like to see win. I'll give that another minute or two. Is Blicky an option? No, because excuse me. There's too many cop outs in my opinion. There's way too many cop outs where people are upset because Claire left and then they're like, "Oh, I want the rat to win. I want Juliana to win." Blah, blah, blah. Like there's so many people who they're pulling that shit and it's like, that's bitch shit. That's played out. Fucking just pick one, bro. Just pick one. All right. Couldn't give a flying fluffernutter. I see. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna click away for just a moment. I'm gonna check my Twitter things. My Twitter stuff. One moment. Sorry, I'm just oh yeah, I gotta go to Fish Tank. I have to I got to do a little bit of scrolling, I got to do a little we do a little scrolling here. We do a little scrolling. I got to find the fight. We're going to go ahead. We're going to critique the fight from a few nights ago. That way we can Jeez, okay. They label it adult content. That's pretty crazy. Here we go. One moment. Oh wait, no, I have it. That's what matters. I'll go ahead. I'll end this poll right now. End poll. So I guess it was Haley. Not by a lot though. Not by a lot though. That's not a big majority. Why didn't they stick Jimmy in Bitch Tank with makeup and a wig? That would have been great. Shadi without Haley is non-10. Exactly. Like people hate on Haley, right? And me, I just kind of have that contrarian thing about people where when I see somebody being dogpiled, I get protective. I want to be like, yo, dude, leave him alone. Stop it. Like, knock it off, In addition to that, like me and Haley, we had a good thing going with trying to piss everybody in the tank off, as well as trying to fuck with the audience a little bit. Um, with the whole like, she was calling it scaly. That was a little too far for me. I was she was like scaly, haha. I was like, hey, ha, ha. I'm gonna throw you through the window if you say that again. Like that's how I felt inside when she started saying that shit. That was like, ugh, like, ugh, But, um, like it's not just because me and Haley had like a running gag this season. It's literally that like I see Haley as Letty if Letty did not wink to the camera every now and again. If Letty was incapable of irony in like a believable way anyway, then then I would like um like that's Haley basically. That's Haley, right? I don't know what it is. I think fucking I'm just like, you ever have one of those days where your mind just wanders? Like you can almost feel it in your brain. You're like, oh, That's kind of how my brain is. I don't know why. Maybe I'm not getting enough sleep lately. I was staying at the fish tank house pretty late and waking up on the earlier side usually. So that's probably got something to do with it. But yeah, like Neon says, Haley hands down was the only interesting one. Exactly. The second most interesting, in my opinion, would have to be Claire. But like, what did Claire do? Well, she was just fun to look at, and she had a personality that was like sort of it was like not grating, and it was like funny. She was able to roll with the punches and stuff like that. I was hitting her with balls, I was staring at her like a motherfucker, etc., etc., and like she was not phased by it at all. She just rolled with the punches very well. um what's it called? Shadi is like I don't hate Shadi, right? But also, if I had to pick one that I didn't like the most, it would be Shadi, because like for one thing, I don't like the way that she decided to be bitchy was the way that like nobody likes. Like it wasn't entertaining, it wasn't fun. The most she did was like she'd throw food items or like put hands on Haley at some point, and then Haley would retaliate, and then she'd play the victim. And then there's other things where it's like I guess she did the same thing she did with me yesterday. They had a ventriloquist in, and like she asked to sit on his lap or something like that, and like pretend to be the dummy. And then after she got up, she was like, I was uncomfortable. I felt uncomfortable. She tried to act like she didn't ask for it. She did the same thing with me with the jujitsu. Like I said, it was the night I was in the cell with her and Claire, and they were being boring as fuck. And they finally got a good idea to ask, like, hey, could we do some fight training, right? And it's not just a good idea because, like, yes, I get to do fight training, right? Like I do so much MMA shit that it's like I don't need more of it. So when I go there, it's like I'll train Sam. Everybody else, when they ask, I'm kind of like, bro, fuck. All right, yeah, let's do it. That's kind of how I feel inside when it's like five people ask me over the course of 10 minutes, hey, could we do some training? That's what happened with 2.5. Not that I'm angry at anybody or anything like that, but it was like it got to a point with me where I was like, fucking A, dude. Like, get a gym membership, guys. Come on. Get a gym membership. This is what you need to do. Um, but like I'm saying it was a good idea because it was literally better than nothing. And it also set up for Letty to come in and start shitting on me and stuff like that. So that was the content that night in the cell. Um like that was. Um but yeah, like again, I'm kind of fucked up tonight. I apologize, guys. I'm like all over the place with my brain, but yeah, like that was something that rubbed me the wrong way about her, is that she's gonna ask me to do jujitsu, and then when I do jujitsu with her, she's gonna do like I explained this last time too. This is what women do when they have a friend or a boyfriend, and like they want to try and be sexy and shit like that, is they're like, yeah, teach me to box. And what they think is it's going to be a dance. They think it's going to be some kind of dance type situation. And it's going to be a sexy dance. And it's going to end with them fucking, with them kissing. There's going to be like a Mr. and Mrs. Smith sort of thing almost, right? I watched that movie recently. You know, it's going to be a really hard fight, and there's going to be badass moves, and it's going to be back and forth. She's going to land a couple, and then he's going to land a couple, and then they're going to end up on top of each other. And in the heat of the moment, their lips are going to meet, right? That's literally like, that's what's going on in their head. I'm not saying that's exactly what was going on in Shadi's head, but like, this is what usually happens when you have a girlfriend who doesn't box and she's like, teach me to box, teehee. She's looking for that kind of thing. And then when you are like, yes, this is what I do. I take this very seriously. I'm actually going to teach you to box because I want you to be able to protect yourself, right? I'm going to teach you jujitsu or Muay Thai or whatever because I really want you to be able to protect yourself when I'm not around. When that, oh, they had a scrap. Uh-oh. Well, we'll check that out. Anyway, what I was saying though, in fact, you know what? Like, I think that's kind of what happened with Shadi, is she expected to be able to like beat my ass or something like that. She expected to be able to beat my ass, either that or it was like either that or she thought it was going to be like some sort of cutesy thing, and because of that she was like, oh, they fighting, and she started fucking laying on her. Oh, and by the way, thank you so much, Jax904. Thank you so much for the 199. Holy fucking shit, kicked. Dude, I'm looking for the, yeah, and you see here it is already. Here it is already, right? Like, again, this is the type of shit I've been talking about with Shadi, right? Is, we'll go ahead. I don't know if this is the fight or not. We'll go ahead and we'll take a look at it though. Oh, hair pulling.
Don't pull my hair.
Okay, alright, that's sufficient.
Was that the fight? Oh, there's a kick.
Ow!
Okay,
Why is
stop.
she allowed to like do that?
Stop.
You see, again, why is she allowed to like do that? It's like you fucking.
She could just like do whatever that was.
Alright, well, I didn't care. I only saw the tail end of it, so I don't know how the whole thing comes by. I know that Haley is in
Alright, that's
timeout for another 3 minutes. Haley, let's get you to face that corner. Let's continue the timeout, and we'll get Shadi. Don't do anything.
There's another one.
Okay.
I didn't do shit.
That's so sufficient. Stop.
That's so sufficient.
You are done. You're
She
done.
like kicked me
You're
and
done.
threw some
You're done. Face the corner.
solid object at me.
Just
Back
stay
to
out
lab.
of the room for a bit, please. Thank
Haley.
you. See, that's the thing.
Restarting the timeout. Face the corner.
Because when they said
Yeah, fucking. Like. Truth be told, it's content, and oh hey, there's my boxing glove right here. I left my boxing gloves and I left my fucking my pads. I left my pads there. Yeah, but like Shadi keeps doing things that cross the line. She crosses the line, Haley's like, "Oh, if you're going to cross the line, it's on." And then Shadi turns around like, why is she allowed to do that? What the fuck? It's like, that's why I don't like Shadi, is because like that's the type of shit that she pulls, you know? Am I saying Haley should have started throwing shots? No. But at this point, it's like every time Haley's thrown food, Shadi has thrown food first. Every fucking time. So it's like, at what point is it like, yo, Shadi, that shit was tired from the get-go, bro. Knock it off, dude. Fucking knock it off, bro. Like, you got to stop doing that. And especially if you're going to do that, don't turn around and be like, why does she get to do that? Oh my God, she gets to do this. She gets to do that. It's like, no, like, fuck off, bro. Fuck off. Fuck off, kid. Donate so Scott can buy some new gloves and pads. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Neon. Thank you so much. I'm a poor boy. I got kicked out of the house by my wife. You know, she found out I was cheating on her with Haley, and she kicked me out of the house. Do you not think food or liquid throwing is part of the tank? I feel angrily hair pulling or kicking is not really of the spirit. I mean, all I'm saying is if you're gonna poke the bear, what do you expect? You know, that's really what I'm saying is like, in addition to that, it's not just that. Like, there was a shoving match, I think yesterday or the day before. They were doing they traded personalities and things like that. And Haley and Claire were pretending to be, I think, each other, potentially. I forget. And they started shoving each other, and it's because Claire, like, shoved fucking Haley first. Like, again, it's all this shit where it's like, yo, like, you keep on throwing food at people, and you get mad when they have something to say. Like, I don't know what you want, you know? But because Haley is a bad guy and she's a good bad guy, like she's Letty wasn't the best bad guy character that you could have seen. She wasn't the best bad guy character. She was good, she was entertaining, she was likable, right? But that's the thing, is that if she's the bad guy, she's not supposed to be likable. Haley is everything you need in a bad guy. Like, genuinely. And that's why Neon earlier was saying, yo, she's actually, like, really, she's actually, like, she is actually, interesting, you know? So it's just like, fucking A, you know? I don't know, Sensei, I just can't get down with Haley. Her personality would get to me. Oh, yeah, I guarantee you if, she and I were in a room for more than, like, you know, a few hours at a time, I might get a little bit sick of that. But also, how much of that is also for the camera? I'm sure she gets tired of always being bubbly all the time too. You know, there are minutes and hours between when she has to go, woo, here we go, you know. I'm sure she has an off button too, you know. Comment on Haley's glass attack. I guess Dunye put her up to that, and I don't think she realized that she would be throwing a bunch of glass all over Claire. I don't think she was really like 100% like, oh yes, there's glass in there. Mwahahaha. I think she was like, oh yeah, it would be funny if I threw all this dust on her. Oh shit, what do you mean there was glass in there? Oh fuck, whoops, you know. I think that's probably what ended up happening, you know. Joe Buttslasher, Shadi gets into a fight to play the victim and runs to Claire and Jacob for support. Her throne of lies. Exactly. And they were quite literally, they just fought again. All right. Well, we are going to go ahead and... Oh. I'm waiting. I'm hitting refresh on the Fish Tank Live hashtag, waiting to see. You know what? Maybe we should just tune in. Maybe that's what we need. Maybe we just need to tune in right now. But yeah, what Joe Buttslasher was saying is like 100%
Because I could
like
pull her hair
true.
right now and just start punching her.
I am just here to break up a fight in the event that it happens. And if the fight gets too crazy, I may separate you guys.
Fuck off me. You wanna fucking punch, bitch? You wanna punch? You've been punching, right?
Okay, alright, that's...
Yeah. Small matches, right?
Yeah! No, let go. Let go.
Here we go. It's a good thing we tuned in.
Stop. Bring it up. Stop. Let go. It's over. The fight is over.
I picked a good night to not show up.
Guys, stop. Enough is enough. Separate rooms now. Separate now. Separate. Come on, Haley. Get out of here.
Oh shit, she pulled her hair up.
Babysitting Ben, let them kill each other, babysitting Ben.
You could have stopped that, Scott. I could have. I wouldn't have needed multiple people. You saw how I was able to stop it last night by myself.
I can punch you too, bitch.
guys do not interact for the rest of the night. That's done. Yeah, Haley, you're sleeping in here tonight.
I want glasses.
Okay, please don't.
This Claire.
From grabbing on her nappy ass weed.
It's funny as hell, bro.
Fuck her. I got her. Fuck her.
Yeah, again, like
That nasty ass bitch.
what I was saying before it happened again and we had to do this, right? Before we had to tune in, I was saying, like, even a day or two ago, maybe 3 days ago, her and Claire, meaning Shadi and Claire, were like sitting in here like, oh, let's try and find a way to get her to start throwing punches. That way she'll get kicked out. And I think that's why she isn't getting kicked out for the physical violence, is because, one, Shadi is always initiating, and two, she's initiating explicitly so she can be like, hey, let's fucking let's she's initiating specifically so Haley will start throwing punches, and then she can be like, she's allowed to do that? Oh my god, that's fucked up, you know? You see, and it also makes me feel a little bit bad for her, because, like, here she is alone after this, right? And let's see the lab, these two talking. It's like, at least they have fucking company, you know? Honestly, it makes me feel shitty, bro. Like, seeing that, you know, because it's like I've said, she is
Alcohol for Haley?
Oh, I left my alcohol in there. Could you hit me?
From, Mr. Yeast.
Mr. Yeast.
I'm tired of getting in fights.
We gotta stop having
This sounds like a real song.
Yeah, we gotta cool it with the fights.
It's so sad when
The
he
game is
cries
not about
like
like
this.
fighting each other. It's not how the game's supposed to be played.
The game is not about fighting each other.
What did you ask me?
I left some alcohol in there if you could find it. And can I wash my hair or something in the shower? Is that okay?
Oh, man.
Still shower. I just gotta make sure y'all aren't.
Send Haley a TTS. No, I'm gonna send her a TTS. I'll send her the TTS, because why not, you know?
Well, I can't believe he's crying right now. What a good
I
guy.
left my water in there, but Jet's gonna go get it for me.
Fucking pain in the ass.
Fuck that.
Oh, wait. Did it work? Did it work? Did it work? Nope.
Mr. Yeast from Greg Clan for the alcohol. Thank you, baby. Woo! Haley Gang stays on top. Thank you, Haley Gang.
I have a TTS is 75 tokens right now. I have 73 tokens. It's Prison Fight House right now. Basically, I want to see the other fight that we missed.
Me too, but not one hit, not one hurt. Fuck her. I'm more upset about my hand. It's fucking purple from grabbing
It's
the nappy
so
ass.
sad when he cries like
Hold
this.
on. I'm just checking real quick.
Fuck my nail, man. Oh, it's gone.
So Bill, hold on.
Well, I can't believe he's crying right now.
Oh, hold on.
What a good guy.
Bill Master. Women on Fish Tank who have assaulted someone else, 3, maybe 4. Men of Fish Tank that have assaulted someone else, 1. And who is the one? Was it Damiel? Was it Damiel? Let's go ahead and see though. Hopefully. Let's see if this is like a new one.
Crying bitch baby.
Oh yeah, like again, they're all like. Hold on. All right, so.
Yeah, she just hit me and I didn't bitch and cry.
I'm gonna turn off the headphones real quick so you guys won't hear. All right, you can't hear anything in this right now. So I don't know who that is. Is that Greg? I don't know if that's Greg or not. Oh, wait. Hold up. So you can see right here, like I don't know if this is Greg or not. I can't tell. Oh, it's Jacob. Yeah, like Haley's got 3 people coming at her, you know. Yeah, like you see, and then she's just right back over there to try and start more, you know. Again, like first off, I will say pretty sick throw from Shadi, but unfortunately she didn't have control of it, so she ended up on bottom. And then there's the ground and pound. Yeah, honestly, like I don't feel bad for Shadi at all. Like the more she does this, the more I'm just like, yo, I don't really like her that much, you know, like truthfully. I don't like seeing that type of behavior. Even if it is bitch tank, it's like fuck off after a while, you know? Like genuinely. I don't like seeing people get bullied, and right now it's what Jacob, Haley, and Jacob, Claire, and what's her face, Shadi, all ganging up on her. She's got like no friends in here. It's like fuck. I almost want to go in there for the last 3 days, just clear my schedule and be like, yo, dude, let me in there so she's got a little bit of backup. Plus, like, I can make sure at all hours there's no fights going on. You know, because you know it's going to happen again. But, you know, it's whatever. But, exactly. I don't know if you guys heard that. No, you guys didn't hear that. The TTS just said Shadi's a bully. When she attacks you, you have a right to defend yourself, you know? Um, dude, that constant crying
I
shit.
can't believe he's crying right now. What a gay guy.
Huh. There's no more rose deliveries. I don't know. Maybe I'll give her some fucking candy or something. Yeah. Hold on. Yep.
Keep crying, bitch
All right.
baby.
I gave her a candy delivery. It was there alone, minding her own.
Prevail over this ape. Threaten legal action if she gets physical again, or J7 send scalp the hog.
Threaten legal action. That's attempted murder.
So sad when he cries like this.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all for the support. Y'all keep sending the crying TTS and shit. Who's crying? Smell like noodles. Ah.
I just typed in the chat. I miss anything good.
Well,
I'm waiting to see if they accept my fucking candy delivery. I don't see why they wouldn't.
Fuck her. Fuck that bitch. Fuck her. I love her.
Oh shit. Oh.
keep crying, bitch baby.
Fuck her. I don't give a shit.
It's so sad when he cries like this.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see if they accept my shit, but I don't believe
Well, I can't believe
they
he's
have
crying
yet.
right now.
Wait,
What a
what?
gay guy.
I can't believe he's crying right now. What a gay guy.
I'm just curious what's going on, you know?
There goes that board trash.
Like I'm curious what's oh, excuse me.
Keep crying, bitch baby.
somebody's talking shit, I'll just mute them. That's what I've been doing over the last however long. Is I just mute shit from people who are like, when I jump in chat, they start talking shit immediately. It's a lot more peace that way. Yeah, let's go ahead. I'm tired of hearing but then again, I don't know, bro. Fucking, I'm sitting here. I should be reading your guys' shit, but I'm sitting here reading this stuff. Vietnam chain smoker on in the chat said these people are delusional. Haley 8 shots from a 300-pound woman fine and is still getting 2v1. She's clearly top bitch. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You know, I think as of right now, she kind of deserves the W. You know, fucking A. If someone gets me a season pass, I'll leak Scott's nudes. Oh yeah, not if I leak them first. Not if I leak them first there, Neon. Dude, are they gonna approve my fucking candy delivery? Or are they just giving her time to like chill, you know? Cause I don't know, I'm waiting on that shit. They're probably they're probably out smoking cigarettes. They're probably like, oh, fucking A, dude. I know what I'll do. I'll keep yes. I'll keep this one open, and then we'll go ahead. We'll go over to the cell. Oh no, the lab. Wait a second. So, Ah. Did they pull Shadi out? Oh.
He told me to say sweet candy for a sweet girl. That's what he told me to say.
Well, I can't believe
Did you shout him out?
right now. What a gay guy.
Thank you, Scott Sullivan, MMA. Sorry, I have to keep getting crazy. I'm really, really not trying to. You're so sweet, and you give me the strength to keep going. Love you.
We got him, boys. Jet added that little zinger in there. Jet added that little zinger in there. Thank you, Jet.
Oh,
Thank you,
Scott.
Jet.
Thank you.
Keep crying, bitch baby.
Coming on the show and getting to meet Scott was the best part of
It's
the night.
so sad when he cries like
Mad
this.
people going Scott L.
Seaweed in here too? Come on.
That's hilarious, bro.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you.
Oh man.
Thank you, Scott. I'm sorry it keeps getting bad. I feel really bad. This isn't who I am. I don't want to keep
Well,
Damn.
I can't believe he's crying right now. What a gay guy.
Fuck them trying to noodle me.
Trying to noodle me.
Fuck them. Fuck them.
Keep crying, bitch baby.
I'm sending her a TTS too, just because I might as well. Fucking. She keeps telling me like, I'm sorry, Scott. Thank you, Scott. I'm sorry, Scott. Thank you, Scott. I genuinely feel bad for her right now because like she is quite literally alone right now in this tank full of people who she cannot trust even a little bit. And it's like, oh fucking hey, dude, that sucks, bro. I don't like that.
Miss you. Come back and
Well,
visit
I
me soon.
can't believe he's crying right now. What a gay guy.
Scott, come back and visit me. I miss you.
Oh man. I'm waiting, dude. Like all these
Keep
things.
crying, bitch baby.
All these are like annoying, you know? Oh.
It's alright, Haley. I kinda like the passion. Just don't get in trouble, AMD. Try to avoid more fines.
I'm trying to avoid them. Thank you guys. I'm really not trying to fuck with anybody. I wasn't trying to fuck with anybody tonight.
I don't think she realizes that was
I
me.
don't even remember if I put my hands on her first or if she put her hands on me. I'm just sick of it. What do y'all think I do next time she tries me?
I think she should probably just let it
Yeah,
happen.
just
No
let her
joke.
pour coffee in my face and take it?
Like
I'm
it's
saying
not.
genuinely, what do? Do I take it? Or do I keep fighting back?
It's not the most gratifying, but also it's like I think she should just be like, yo, like that's not fun or funny at all. Like we've gotten into multiple fights because of this. Like this needs to stop. We can't keep fighting each other like that. Fucking. And then when Shadi doesn't fucking
So sad when he cries like this.
Bulka, you're gonna hear it from Ben in a second.
Thank you, Scott. Come back and visit me, please. Please.
Oh
We're
man.
gonna talk, please. Come back tomorrow, please. Come through tonight, please.
Well, I can't believe he's crying right now. What a gay guy.
Damn.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Game. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, anybody else. I'm keeping my head way up.
Damn, bro. This is
Keep crying,
it's
bitch,
breaking my
baby.
heart right now, man. It's breaking my heart, honestly. I do want to just kind of like go in there and give her a fucking hug because like I don't like seeing people mistreated the way that she was
Like this.
a minute ago. That's like man,
I want to fight. When I get out here with everyone,
dude, you know,
that's not who I am.
Shadi's bleeding.
But nobody tries me like this. No one ever tries me like this outside of here.
All right, let's see. Yeah, no, they must have pulled her. If she was bleeding, then that means they pulled her out so that if she was bleeding, that means they pulled her out so they could patch the blood up. Is probably what the deal was. Yeah, you know.
I'm sorry, Scott. I'm trying to be good. I'm sorry. I feel bad about acting up.
Damn, she really keeps fucking talking
Keep
about me.
crying, bitch, baby.
Haley gang. Haley gang. Haley gang. Haley gang.
We're not snitches. All right, I bet Shadi in the back of a cop car right now. Yeah, they called the police. Doctor stoppage. Haley wins via cut. Doctor stoppage. Exactly. That's what it was. So I don't want to click away, but also I feel like there isn't going to be too much going on with this. I'll go ahead. One in the chat if you want me to review the fight with Greg, because I think it'd be good for Greg to hear some of the stuff that he did good and bad. I'll review the fight, I'll clip it, and I'll send it to Greg.
Play it safe and don't fight back. A punch from a fat bitch will be worth the prize. Win it for the real Latinas.
Okay, I'm gonna try that. Next time I'm attacked, I'm just gonna take it. I'm just gonna take it.
Garen Creed, you're a good guy, Scott, for real. All right, I'm gonna send her another one. Uh, 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 um. Sorry. I don't want to ignore you guys. I've been ignoring this chat because, like, everything crazy that's been going on here, I've been paying attention to that chat and then this shit too. So, you know, fucking, yeah, you know. All right, I see a bunch of ones and then an 8. Sideways titties from Neon.
Where's that intelligence?
What bad bet? What was the bad bet? Come in here?
I'm sending another TTS. Yeah. So we'll wait to see this TTS go through, and then we'll go ahead and we'll check out the me versus Greg fight. Karen Creek. Oh, there we go.
Hey, Scott, say, we fought multiple times over this. It needs to stop. She might keep going, but then she's bad.
Thank you, Scott. If that really is you, Scott, I wish you would stop.
Fucking Dougum sends 90s techno song that says "Just Quit" to the cell. That's hilarious. We'll stick around for this too. You see, is Dunye gonna be a pal?
I think that was pretty damn good. Let me see the hair. Oh my God!
Dunye.
This is the hair! This is crazy!
It's funny as shit, bro.
Fucking hair! Shadi's hair! Yeah, everybody on Twitter saying that she won, everybody on Twitter saying you won because you were smaller, you had got more hips in, and then you got her hair.
Haley, you already drew first blood. Start swinging those elbows and headbutt her hog nose next time.
Some people
Dude,
are telling me that
I love Dunye. He's
person
funny.
to Just stop, just take it, and some people are saying go harder. So I really just don't know.
I think you need to just give whatever energy a bitch is giving you.
Oh boy.
Period.
There we go.
Period. Yeah, of
Like,
course.
we're not.
Oh
we're not
boy,
doing nothing.
Dunye.
Like,
Oh
all
boy.
that, we're not ducking anybody. We outside.
We're not ducking
She's from
anybody.
North
We're
Carolina.
outside.
Bitches outside North Carolina. They're not scared.
I'm not fucking scared. I ain't fucking scared. Shit. You see me? Do I look hurt? Any of this
She
shit?
got hair stands that she about to put in a museum. Like,
That's my fucking prize.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
no, you ate that up.
Thank you for that.
Just stand
pep
here and
talk.
cool off though, and you gotta relax.
Thank you, Dunye. You're an
Oh,
angel.
man.
Yeah.
All right, let's see the lab real quick. I want to see, dude. I don't know where I'm at. Oh, oh, here's Dunye.
Like, I saw him like, listen.
What made me like split was that she like hit me in the face. Whatever.
Claire, these bitches is crazy.
I know.
Like, this is why we need to go shopping earlier. Like, you needed that.
Yeah, I really did.
But like, y'all bitches is really outside for real. Like, you okay?
What is wrong with you? You sick
Did she just
Are
throw
you
up?
Yes.
You should probably go in the bathroom.
Did she just throw up?
It's like the worst time you've thrown up.
Oh no. She watered down the wrong pipe. Watered down the wrong pipe. Okay. We're gonna stick around to see what Dunye has to say, and then we're gonna go look at the fight, and then we'll tune back in. You know, we'll tune back in after that.
Oh, like that?
Wait, what? Wait,
So listen, everybody on Twitter.
what did you drink?
Sorry.
Everybody on Twitter saying that you're not wrong for doing what you did. They said she had that shit coming.
Yeah, she
But y'all bitches is crazy. Like, y'all really
Dunye
outside.
playing both sides.
No, this I
Like,
thought was my
the
shot.
thing is, but like, hold on, Shadi, because the thing is, like, we was not even expecting bitches to be fighting and like all of this drama to be going down like this, like last season. But the thing is, like, y'all are neck and neck or even surpassed last season when it comes to what's going on.
I know.
Like, it's just a lot. Like, I don't know if I should wear a helmet. I don't know if I feel safe.
Shadi, just sit on her face when she is sleeping, suffocating.
I should. I mean, I'm.
Make her eat pussy and send it to
The thing is,
night.
I don't like taking those cheap shots like how she usually does. But when I
Doc, does your wife does your other wife get in any fights too? No, I wouldn't let my wife fight. I'd be like, baby, we're getting out of here. You know, fucking. If some chick tried to come at my wife, I'd put hands on the chick too. Truth be told.
Before she tried to throw like metal cups at me. and shit.
Dugum from Goblin Clan, alcohol delivery.
Thank you so much, Dugum.
I poured these strongly.
Oh, somebody just gave me 10
Shadi,
tokens. Thank you so much, whoever that was. Thank you. I appreciate the hell out of that.
Say his name.
Oh yeah, I thought that was literally my normal shot. No, this was just pure tequila. And this one right here has like mixed. So I drink that, and I hate shit shots. So she already knows. Every time I take a shit shot, I immediately puke like a freak.
Yeah.
That was embarrassing.
But yeah, like, all I got to tell you is, like, now that you know where y'all stand, just stay guarded.
I mean,
Like,
just stay
stay
guarded.
guarded because like your hair is on display.
Your
And,
hair is on display.
Yeah, like you gotta just stay guarded, Shady.
Danye.
Shoddy!
I know, but
Like
Danye really stirring the pot
Come on,
right
let's
now.
do our dance. Let's do our shit. Come
Do
on.
the Haley dance.
No, fuck that. No, hold on. From the top. Boom, boom.
Claire, this is Jimmy. I like you, Claire. Like more than friends. But they'll be waiting in the downs in case
Yeah.
anyone wants it.
Yeah.
The only reason I hit
I'll be
her
waiting
is
in
because
the
I
down.
realized like the lines were blurred, and I was like, well, this bitch just
Yeah,
tried to-
Tiny
she hit me,
Tacos.
like 4 times in the face.
Yeah.
But that
And
is
she had
shit.
already hit you yesterday.
She
too.
gave me, yeah, she's
Tiny Tacos says, Shadi trying to act like she isn't starting this shit tonight is why I cannot stand her. I'm actually going to read that again. Shadi trying to act like she isn't starting this shit tonight is why I cannot stand her. Exactly, and that's why I'm not a fan of Shadi either. Like I don't hate Shadi. Like I said, there's no reason to, like, really get that wrapped up in anything and everything that's going on with this shit. But also, like, there's things that I don't like to see. That's just what it is. That's just the way it is. And something I don't like to see is fucking like that. You know? It's like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know?
Been hitting like every.
Yeah, she deserves to get hit on with how she acts, you know? 'Cause, like, it's like she literally does swing first like every time.
Like, this is...
Bitch tank, Haley's taking a shower. I don't want you guys interacting.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, like this is what happens when you have no self-awareness. And I'm not saying like I like Jacob. He's a really cool guy and he's smart too. He's really funny as well. I gotta get this. I gotta keep in touch with this guy. I like Claire, right? But like, they're not thinking about they're thinking about it from a standpoint of yeah, but I want, yeah, but I think, yeah, but I feel. That's what's going on right now, and they're unable to be objective about it because they have decided they don't like Haley. I don't even think they especially love Shadi. I just think they don't like Haley, you know. And because of that, here's Jacob, who literally took part in the fucking noodle throwing just before the fights really kicked off, and he's like, yeah, she deserved it though, you know. And it's like, dude, you're the reason why.
Yeah.
Someone tweeted was like, Jacob left the tank for a day to spend the day with real Claire. He's the real winner of Scent Tank.
You're like,
Haley's about to shower, probably a good time to review Greg. Yeah, that's true. You know, this is like a fucking coven of witches over here. Yeah, no. Right here. Show, yes. All right. Okay. So, oh, uh-oh. 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 All right. So, me and Greg were a little bit drunk for this. All right. In fact, Greg was a lot of bit drunk for this. So, you know, it is what it is. But me and Greg, we got into a boxing match the other night. I expected it to just be nice, light sparring, but Greg was like, no, let's do it for real. And I was like, oh, fuck, okay, man. All right. But with that said, let's go ahead and kick this off. We don't need to hear every little thing, you know, but I'm mostly going to be focusing on Greg. I will be talking a little bit about, like, me and what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, right? But, like, I don't need the technical analysis as bad as Greg does. Greg's really trying to learn how to box. He's got a trainer and everything like that, and you can tell he's like really taking it serious because like the improvement from season 2 to now is like it's palpable. It's really good, you know. But with that said, let's go ahead. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hell yeah, they call me White Lightning, boy. Alright. So, I'm going to pause it if I have to. I'm going to try to not pause it, but I'm going to if I have to. It will move a little bit quick. Do it real. Greg's wearing my gloves. And he's not wearing them right, I just realized. So Greg So Greg has an all right jab, and like I said, he's good. Like right there, right? We'll go ahead. We'll go back because it's not even 2 minutes. I don't think it's not even 2 minutes of fighting. So we have the time to pause. We have the time to pause. So, bang, right? You see what happened there? He ducked under my. I think it was a jab. Kind of looks like it could have been a hook or a jab. I'm pretty sure it was a jab, right? I wasn't paying too close attention, but he ducked under my jab and he threw a jab of his own and it landed. That was good. He's a little bit out of position right now, but I mean the point is he was able to not get hit while also hitting me. And then I believe this is one of those times where he ends up coming up over the top. And me, I was able to pull back just in time, right? Plus, he was a little bit off kilter. You know, my head's here. He ended up kind of swinging there. And he ended up, that was good. That was really well timed. You know, he countered my jab, and he almost got a pretty good right hook on me. That's very good. So there's another one. I throw. You see, he kind of he telegraphed that. I saw it coming from a mile away, so I was able to just kind of comb the hair, right? And I mean that hurt. You know, because it hurts when you shell up and you start getting hit, right? It's not like it feels like pillows. It does hurt. I remember getting hit by that, and I was like, man, I'm glad it didn't actually hit me with that, because that right there kind of fucking sucked to get hit by. You know, Greg's a big dude. I'm a little bit taller than him, but we're probably about the same weight. You know, so he's throwing ham hocks at me. You know, my volume's low. My volume shouldn't be low. Huh. Who... Are you can you guys hear me okay right now? Because it's showing that I'm like not fucked up here, you know? It's like the volume on this is supposed to be low specifically because I'm talking over it. So if you're saying the volume on this video is low, yeah, it's supposed to be low. But if my fucking the volume's supposed to be low. I wanted the volume to be low because I'm gonna be talking over it. I mean, I'll put it up a little bit if you guys want. That's fine by me, but it's gonna make it harder for me to actually talk about this, you know. But with that said, let's go ahead. All right. I don't think either. Ooh, that one landed. That was pretty good. I don't remember him hitting me though. That's weird. I don't remember him actually landing a shot, but it looked like he landed one right there. So that one I don't think landed. That one I don't think quite landed, but that one definitely landed. I think he caught me like you know, right behind the ear, which is like really good shot placement. Good for him. You know, that's really good. And then I come back with a few. I hit him with a jab right after, another jab, a hook coming in, a check hook coming in. So, see, now he's kind of losing the plot a little bit after getting hit a couple of times. What I was doing the entire time was, because I knew he was coming with that overhand, I was pulling back and I was catching him with a left hook when he comes in. I'm very dexterous when it comes to my left hook. I'm very good at landing it on somebody who's moving in or trying to move out or something like that. You know, I've always had a pretty good left hook. You know, but that overhand to the like right behind the ear, that was really good on him. I don't even remember that. Maybe I was just a little too drunk for it. Maybe I was more drunk than I anticipated. But that was really good. You know, that was really good on his part.
Vertical bar.
See. Oh, yeah, I snapped his head back with that. That jab didn't feel good either, you can tell. I started going to the body because I kind of wanted to hurt him to the body to end it because I felt it kind of escalating, and I was like, I don't know if I like where this is going. I feel like somebody could get hurt. So I'd rather start throwing to the to the ribs, you know. And at this point, we both got hit by the same thing at the same time. We both were like, we had tequila in our bellies at this point, multiple shots. So fighting right now is like, oh man, you know.
You guys are fucking killing it. All right, wait, no, hold on.
Yeah, like why did he need to hype me up? Caught him with a right. Yeah, you see, he's starting to get pieced up now. And it's because he's coming at me a little bit harder, so now I'm like, all right, I gotta actually catch him and make him, like, stay away. You know, it's kind of what I gotta do. But he just does not stop. Right? He just did not stop coming forward, and I love the hell out of that. You know, Greg's really cool. I love the hell out of Greg, dude. You know, I'm glad he and I were able to meet. He and I hit it off like immediately. Like as soon as we met, he was like, "Oh, you got red hair like Van Gogh." We started talking about Van Gogh and some of his videos and stuff like that. Some of the rap battle stuff he's been involved with too. And that was like really cool. You know, like me and Greg, we just kind of understood each other right away. You know, we were just on that wavelength with each other. So that's always really cool when you have somebody who you're like that with. You're able to be like that with. No, that was a really good fight. Obviously, I started piecing them up, but what matters in this case, in my opinion, is less that somebody's landing more and more that, like, Greg was like, fuck it, I'm going to keep on going, you know? It's real easy to start getting hit and then be like, all right, this ain't going my way. I think I've had enough. But he didn't stop until he felt like he really had to because of the liquor gut, you know. And I had the same thing going on, so I wasn't exactly upset that he was like, all right, that's enough. I was kind of like, thank God. That was ratcheting up slowly, and I feel sick to my stomach. So there's that. But yeah, that was really cool. You know, I'm glad Greg's all right too, because you know, I didn't put two and two together, but like he needed to throw up later in the night, and really it was because of the liquor. But when I got home, I checked Twitter, and someone was like, "Greg throwing up right now after the fight with Scott. He doesn't have a concussion, does he?" And I was like, "Fuck, I hope he doesn't. I hope he doesn't, bro. Fuck, dude. Fuck, you know." He 478 Scott Sullivan MMA. Why aren't you issued free tokens? Most people aren't issued free tokens. That's literally a talk they had with like multiple people, you know. There were people who had tokens that actually got them taken away specifically because it kind of upsets the balance here. If like I'm sending mad like TTSs to whoever, right? Or like roses and stuff like that. Like I wanted to send a rose to Haley last night, but then I was like, wait a second. If I send a rose to Haley, technically that's like a fucking staff endorsement in this challenge. I'm not like staff, right? I'm just, I guess you could call me talent in a way. Not that talented, but you could call me talent if you really wanted to. But like it's still, I felt, would have been a conflict of interest. Now imagine if I didn't have that foresight and I was gifted like 10,000 free tokens, which did happen once. It did indeed happen once. I was gifted 10,000 tokens at one point, and I blew through them. But like if I was gifted 10,000 tokens and I started sending roses to Haley, imagine how crazy that would have been. Imagine how like Shadi and Claire would have been like, "What the fuck, dude?" They would have been so upset. You know, so you know, that's part of the reason why we don't just get free tokens like that, you know. Your boxing IQ is scary high, man. I'd be terrified to fight you even if I had your size. Thank you, Karen. Yeah, I mean, it's this is what I do, you know. Like anything else I do is just so I can do this, right? I go to work so that I can get out and like be able to go train, right? Meaning like, well, I go to work so I can afford food so that I can stay alive so I can go train, you know? So much of my mental capacity is dedicated to martial arts of all different kinds, you know? It's just, it's what I do. It's what I want to do, you know, and, I'm not going to stop until that's all I have to do all day, aside from, you know, maybe fish tank and this, right? I'd love that. You know, it's, yeah, you know, I enjoy the hell out of it, bottom line. I don't think I'm the best either, you know, but if there's one thing I'm good at that I know I'm good at, it's being able to train people in the way they need to be trained. I don't take people and train them up my way. I train people the way they are going to respond to, but we don't need to get into that conversation. You can confess, Scott, you were drippy drop. Damn it, they caught me. Dude, stay right there. Stay right there. Don't move. The hit squad is on its way. Jet said he was going to give Oddbod 1 million fish bucks. Yeah. I think that was just an Oddbod thing, though. I think that was just an Oddbod thing because specifically because Oddbod like was such a surprise. He was just like such a chill guy. He was such a cool dude that they were like, yo, honestly, we expect you to come here and be like that other dude we brought in. You weren't. In fact, you were so good. Like, we want to keep you around, and we're going to give you mad tokens if you want them, you know? Learn spear fighting first. Spear is better than sword. That would be pretty sick. Tom H said, Scott, will you ever start learning sword fighting or training with firearms? Yeah, I'd love to. I'd do that in a heartbeat. I have a little bit of firearms training, thanks to somebody I know, but it's not extensive. What they told me about a firefight too, the funny thing is it's less about pulling the trigger and more about speed and mobility and like being able to maneuver in a way that's going to give you like the element of surprise, or it's going to catch somebody with their pants down in some form, you know. The rest is like the Mozambique drill. I actually saw an example of the Mozambique drill in use, and it's exactly the way that I thought it would be, which is like there was a guy, right? There was a guy who he was sitting in his truck. Another guy hopped out of his truck. It was a road rage incident. There was two guys in cars. He walks over and he's got a gun in his right hand, and he's like blah 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 blah. Puts a gun down, switches it over to his left hand, and then he goes like that to point. And the guy inside the truck saw him do that sudden motion with his right hand, which to his knowledge had a gun in it. And he thought, oh shit, I'm going to be shot. So he put two to the chest and one to the head. You saw that. That's like the one time the Mozambique drill is actually going to help you out. Like any other time, it's not going to end up like that. And that guy is very lucky to be able to get away with doing that in that situation. Because any other time you do the Mozambique drill, they're going to be like, oh, fucking, so this is premeditated murder then. This is premeditated murder. You were waiting to use that shit on somebody. You practiced day in, day out so that you could shoot somebody twice in the chest, once in the head, and feel like you're John fucking Wick, right? And I'm kind of saying this to make the point that, like, I'm not 1,000,000% interested in just doing Mozambique drills and shit like that. Like, I'd want it to be as close to something you would do in the military as possible, which I know that's what I'm gonna get to you in a second, TNT. Thank you so much. Which I know, like, that's what a lot of guys prefer to think they do, is like, oh yeah, I'm slicing the pie. I'm slicing the pie across this window. I'm slicing the pie across this fucking this doorway. I'm clearing my house, right? But that's the thing, is it's clearing your house. It's tactical shit that even if it works, it's like you're just doing it so you feel cool. You know, it's like the it's almost like the Chinese martial arts. It's almost like the Wing Chun or the Tai Chi or the Choi Li Foot of gunfighting, honestly, where it's like, yeah, you might look really cool doing that, but like, are you ever going to use it to fight somebody? You know? And it's a bad comparison to make too, because like you could actually use slicing the pie in a real gunfight, you know, or a real situation where you had to like protect you or your family or whatever in your house or stuff like that, you know? I guess what I'm saying is, like, I would like for there to be kind of like a paintball, but with guns, you know? And I know there is like a place in Las Vegas that uses simunition, right? If what I'm saying makes sense, I feel like I'm definitely like, I'm losing the plot here. I'm definitely losing the plot, and I apologize for that. But, TNT, thank you so much for the $4.99, man. Thank you, bud. You've been really funny on Bitch Tank. Keep it up. The Greg fight made my night. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate the hell out of all the love I get from you guys. Thank you all so much, you know. I think that was a really good night, the night that I fought Greg. It was really fun. We had Incel Gang going. You know, they pressed me for hanging out with what's her face, Haley, you know. My fat ass, I'm sitting here looking at myself and I'm like, oh man, the camera adds 20 pounds, fuck 10 pounds. You know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Excuse me. Do drills like Forgotten Weapons where it's about speed and familiarity with your weapon. Yeah, like that's kind of what I would want, you know? You have to learn your workspace thing. Exactly. Like that's not, and that's kind of what I did. Like I combined the shit that I was taught by my friend who was in the military. And he was like in the military. He wasn't just like a 4 years and done guy. He was like I didn't even nah, I won't talk about him like that, but he was special forces, you know, and not like meme special forces. Like, you know, he got his tab, and then he started doing other stuff outside of that for like, you know, what's it called, you know, security and stuff like that. He ran security. Like this dude is like legit. He knows his shit. So like I took some of the stuff that he taught me and I combined it with shit that was just like made up on the spot, you know, and because of that, I look cool, quote unquote. But like obviously I don't really know what I'm doing like that, you know. Whoa, did I see the Greg versus Shadi fight? No, I did not. I did not. I'll see if I can find that real quick. I'll see if I can find that. Um, 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 Greg's talking to Shadi and Claire right now. I'm actually curious about that. I'm gonna go ahead and let's
Like they're like always, or is that a water monkey?
I don't know. The last time I went to the zoo, it was like
I wasn't sure if they were talking about the thing.
going on like a tour, and they were looking at the gibbons, and the gibbons were all sitting there like looking depressed, like they were all just sitting there. Like,
Oh yeah.
And there was this.
Nah, Greg ain't about that. Greg ain't about that drama. Greg keeps it chill. Greg keeps it cool. Greg's one cool cat. He's a bad dog, but he's a cool cat. Oh, they did a fucking boxing match today. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at it. I'm not gonna do like a big thing about it. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna have a good time with it.
Okay, there's a mandatory pussy inspection. Step your pussies up, niggas.
Turning this down a little bit. Uh-oh.
Are we doing headshots?
Please, Greg, don't.
Shady got some competition in the
Oh shit.
Let's get these bitches mudded up and fighting.
Yo, you can tell he's not going mad hard, but he's going harder than he probably should. You know, this is a girl after all.
Are you ready to get violent?
Yeah, you need
Shadi, he's gonna fuck your man.
Not gonna fall on your ass again, Claire.
This is streamer style, baby. Streamer style.
Streamer style.
Fight! 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 Fight!
Damn.
Kill her, Greg! Kill her!
Hey, watch out for the TV!
I know they almost fucked the TV up last night too. Yeah. You see Ben like, oh holy shit, what are you doing? What are you doing, dude? What are you doing, bro? What's going on here, man? Hold on, I'm just checking something out real quick. Sorry, I'm checking this, checking my stuff. Hold on. People think MMA is weird. You see someone is saying we need Sullivan MMA to do commentary on that fight. I don't know what commentary I could even really do 100% because it was so quick and it wasn't really like a huge thing. But basically, you know, Shadi, she hit a head throw or a hip toss. You know, I've heard a couple of different names for it. She hit a hip toss, but she didn't keep control, you know? And because of that, she ended up on bottom, and that's when Haley started raining down hammer fists, which was, you know, a good, you know, that was a good, move on Haley's part. You know, you always go for the top. After that, the one we saw live, I'd have to see it again, but really, it just kind of looked like Haley was being foolish as to where she knew that somebody she was fighting with was standing right here, you know, and instead of being like, oh, I need to get up and face you just in case, she was like, oh, all right, whatever. And then I'm pretty sure Haley started throwing punches after Shadi started putting hands on her, and then that's when the real like fight started, you know. You know, it's just I don't even know exactly what I could add to that, but you know what I will say. I keep wanting tobacco or alcohol, and all that shit is horrible for me. Yeah, me too, dude. Me too. Well, a bad habit I picked up was smoking cigars at the fish tank house. Now, whenever I'm at the fish tank house, I'm like, yo, I need a cigar. I need to smoke a fucking stogie, dude. I need to do it. Because, like, they all smoke cigarettes and they vape and shit like that, and sometimes I drink when I'm there. In fact, I was doing a lot of drinking there, if I'm being honest with you. That's another bad thing that I was doing. I wasn't, like, getting shitted every night, but I was getting a fair amount of drunk. You know, and I'm drinking and I'm like, fuck, I need something to smoke, so I'm smoking a fucking stogie, you know? It feels nice. It's not nice. It feels nice, but it's not nice, you know? Sorry, I'm just checking something again. Night, Scott. I'll finish the vid tomorrow. Peace out, trash my bike. Curious if you've ever heard of my coach, Teddy Cruz. He's trained some of the best men. I'm legit the only white guy in my entire boxing gym. It sounds familiar. I don't know if it's just because Teddy Atlas, but it does sound familiar. Teddy Cruz. Um, um, hmm. Yeah, it's saying Teddy Cruz is not a professional boxer. He is an American architect, and it's like, all right, gee, thanks, AI. You're very useful. You're very helpful. Thanks, thanks a lot. Fucking idiot, dude. Um, Scott, can I have a job? I'm a furry and will do anything, dude. Fucking, I wish I was making enough money to employ myself. That'd be pretty sick. Based lot of drinking, Scott. Yeah. Um, um, I'm just reading these right now. See, I missed a lot of the chat tonight because I was paying attention to you know, the tank, and I almost feel bad about it. I almost want to be like, "Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it." Trash my bike says Scott Sullivan MMA, Greg and Scott spin-off. Hell yeah, dude. Greg tank, Grot tank. Um Excuse me. Hold on. Never been wronged by him. Oh wait, when I grew up, I was the only colored kid in an all-white community. It's fun being the only one of something. I don't know. I feel like that only goes for that situation. You know, if I was the only white guy in the black community, I'd probably hate that shit. It'd probably be awful. You know, I'd probably get fucked with constantly based around like my skin color and shit like that, and it would be really, really annoying. You know. No. All right. Wait, who fought the other day? Oh, I think he's talking about I think he's talking about Greg and Shadi. All right, let's go ahead. Let's head on back. Let's head on back. We'll go ahead. We'll check in on them, but they're like, I think all the action for tonight has basically happened. So we'll check in, and then maybe we'll play a little bit of AOE before I go to bed for the night. What am I doing? What am I doing here? Oh, duh.
That'd be funny. Yeah, just a classic cartoon, cartoon hero moment from the 1940s. Like, I'm Batman. You stop there, fiend. This room?
Oh, that was so nice.
Well, was
Thank
it
you
like
for that.
that was nice, but like it was like heavy.
This room is green.
All right, let's check in on Haley. She's taking a shower. She's taking a long shower, I'm sure. Haley went into the shower. Claire and Shadi rejoicing in the lab. I don't know what they have to rejoice about, though. Fucking all things considered, you know. They started an ambush and Shadi had her hair ripped out. You know, like Shadi lost that fight. That's just the way it is. Like, she came in ambushed 3-on-1. She ended up getting punched in the head multiple times. And even when she ended up punching back, like, for one thing, it really didn't do much, and then she also had her hair ripped out. Like, it's ridiculous to sit here talking about, like, you know, winners and losers in a fight like that, but, like, if we had to sit here and talk about it, it's like, well, I think she got the better of that situation, if I'm just being honest with you. You know, it's like Dunye said, your hair is on display. That's not something you would say to someone who won, you know? I've got to say it, after all the dogpiling, I'm Haley gang. Exactly, this is important. Yeah, like it's tough to not like her now. I mean, I'm not saying it's tough to not like her. It's tough to feel like she is the absolute worst person you've ever met. I guess you could say, you know? At first I was super intimidated, but I really feel like being the only white guy makes me a better boxer. Exactly. It's in your blood. Hyperborea. We only had one black kid at any given point in my 12 years of school. Never were any issues. I can see the opposite going differently. TBH. Oh yeah, and that's why my dad had to leave the city, is because he grew up in Dorchester in the 60s and 70s, I believe. Definitely the 60s. And they were going through busing. You know, they were going through forced integration at gunpoint. Forced relocation, actually, is really what it was. And there were, like, problems. Like, the people who were coming in, all white people, of course, all white people. It was Italians. It was all these Italians coming into Dorchester, you know, and they fucking... They kept starting shit with my dad and his brothers and sisters. So my grandparents were like, "Yo, we gotta get the fuck out of here, dude." So they moved out to the suburbs, kid, to the fucking suburbs, dude. Here she is. We'll check in on her. We'll see how she's doing. Do I have enough for a TTS? I have enough for a TTS. I'm gonna wait for her to settle down, though. You know. Taking Xavier's tattoos. Yeah, fucking, you see, like, that's how alone she is to where she's like, no, I'm going to fucking, unless her bag was out there before, and I didn't realize, she feels like she has to take her bag everywhere with her. That's not a good sign. You know?
I want to eat more fucking noodles.
Hold on.
I didn't have that chance. Fuck them. Fuck this. Fuck their shit. Oh, here are my 2 shots from Dugum. Thank you, Dugum. Dugum Goblin Clan. I just brushed my teeth and I'm taking these with me. I'm getting rid of the other nail polishes so it doesn't happen to me.
I don't know if this is gonna work. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. See, like there's a yeah, I think we're good. Okay. You see, I will call her out for one thing, right? I will call Haley out for one thing. She said she's a huge Scott head. She watches all my stuff, blah 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 blah. When she dropped her social medias, I checked on Instagram. She does not follow me. I checked on Reddit. She has never spoken about me once, not once. I found a Twitter, but it was really old and she doesn't use it anymore. You know? I was just like, out of curiosity, I was like, I wonder, you know? So it's like, oh, okay, alright. Yeah, you're a Scott head, alright. Yeah, that's totally what it is. That's totally what it is. Alright. Hopefully it is going to play. Someone in chat said Haley looking like a 98-year-old in the cell right now. Does anyone follow your socials? Yeah, mad people do actually. You know, there's surprising people that follow my shit. Like Natalie Winters, she's like the host and co-host of like the War Room. I forget with who. It might be Steve Bannon. I could be wrong. She followed me out of nowhere after 2.5. I have no idea why. You know. I don't know. I might get on War Room, guys. I might get on War Room. You never know. Yeah, I have a few that are like weird follows. You know, like follows you would never actually expect. Haley lying to impress people? No way. Yeah, dude, I don't think she's got it in her. She doesn't seem like that kind of person, you know? She doesn't seem like that kind of person. Heaven Scott, you're not implying that she may have lied, would you? Never. I would never do such a thing. What do you think this is? What kind of guy do you think? What? Women lying? Funny. That's a funny one. Man. The same people with a hate boner for Haley said almost verbatim all the same shit about Haley. Lots of TJ fans who enjoy watching someone nervously rock in a corner for 30 minutes. That's funny. Wouldn't surprise me. You see, I don't remember everything that was said by not by Haley, but to Haley, you know, or to and about Haley. Somebody said something. I don't know why Haley brought her whole wardrobe in here. That bag weighs as much as her because she doesn't like. They're not allowed to be in the same room. It doesn't mean that they're not allowed to change rooms. And if her shit is in bitch tank, who's to say Shadi's not going to go to take a shower and then be like, oh, I'm going to wipe my ass with her shit, you know? Scott, how are you feeling talking with her alone in the lab? You seemed a bit uncomfortable at times. Well, I wasn't uncomfortable. Like, I'm pretty comfortable around Haley. You know, she's easy. She's easy to talk to, right? I'm good with people who are easy to talk to, and she's one of those people who's easy to talk to, so she's all right. But I was okay, you know? I was all right. Excuse me. what was I gonna say? Dude, I'm waiting for them to approve my shit. I want to get out of here. I want to get out of this place. Anyway, yeah, no, I was feeling okay, you know. The thing is, like, I'm not good with praise. When somebody heaps praise on me, it makes me uncomfortable. I'm kind of uncomfortable with winning in the most general sense. Like, I'm not uncomfortable with the act of winning. I've won plenty of things in my life. Oh, we got it.
Haley, it's Scott HMU on Instagram when you get out my
HMU.
DMD you. The same name is on here. I'll try to get in there too.
Of course, I'm of course gonna message you when I get out of here. Of course I'm gonna. Don't be silly. Of course I'm gonna.
Glad you got beat up, dumb bitch. Maybe don't put your hands on a fat pig and you won't get the horns, retard, Shadi W. Shadi.
Yeah.
Sorry, it was a little All right. This is gonna be sound effects. Fucking that one and then the next one back to back was like fucking hilarious. That was pretty great. Yeah, but I was more uncomfortable with the way that she was like kissing my ass, honestly, because you know praise makes me a little bit uncomfortable. You know, also lying. Like me, I know I'm fat. I'm way overweight. I used to fight at 170 pounds. I should not be 240 pounds right now. That's just the way it is, you know? I don't need to be lied to. Doesn't mean I want people being like, yeah, you're fucking fat, dude. You're fucking obese, bro. Blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't want that. It's just, if I make a comment about me being overweight, I don't want or need someone to be like, no, you're not, you know? People said I was like fishing for compliments, and it's like, no, I really wasn't. I genuinely feel that way about myself. I know what I am. I know who I am. Fucking, I know the state of my body right now. You know, so it was more like that, you know. Scott hates Letty but follows her. Make it all make sense. Dude, I don't hate Letty, bro. As you can see, I miss Letty. Okay. Somebody said something though. I'm a Scott head because I know for a fact you have an Irish parent. I recognize my countrymen anywhere. I actually think I might have two Irish parents because my grandfather, who is Italian, his grandparents came from Italy. He basically, so I guess this happened a lot more than people even realize. So, my great grandparents came from Italy, right? They have a bunch of kids when they're here. One of those kids is like 14 years old and ends up having a kid. And what ended up happening was she pretended to go away for the summer at one point. She disguised the baby belly as just weight gain. And then when it was like about time to have the baby, she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go spend the summer at my friend's house." She had the baby, and then she gave it up for adoption. That baby, of course, was my grandfather, right? So when they found out what had happened, they were like, "Yo, what the fuck? No, he's one of us. You like go get him back." So they got him back, and they basically raised him as their own and kept it a secret. So his grandparents were raising him as though he was their own son and keeping it a secret. And this whole time, his brothers and sisters were really his aunts and uncles, and one of his sisters was actually his mom, was actually his own mother, right? And that secret was kept until he was geriatric, until he was old. He had absolutely positively no idea about that, you know? And the thing is, he doesn't know who his dad is. He doesn't know who his dad is. So, I mean, just do the math. They lived in South Boston in the 40s, in the 30s and 40s. Southie's known for the Irish. Do the math, you know? He had red hair when he was a kid. That's partially where I get my red hair from, is my grandfather. It turned black later on. But it's just crazy the way that stuff like that will occur, you know? That's a cool story. Cool story, bro. Tell it again. Cool story, bro. The amount of connections between Italy and Ireland is overlooked and immense. Yeah, it's actually pretty crazy when you think about it, because it was ancient Rome, and then right above them was the Celts. So like here's like hold on. We'll go ahead. All right. I'll go on an Ireland and Italy rant. Sorry. Yes. That's sort of what I was looking for. Oh wait, duh. So, right, here's Italy, right? This is a map of Celtic and Germanic tribes in that period where Rome was a thing. Geez, I didn't even know they were this far. I didn't even know they spanned that far. But basically, these were all the Celtic tribes, and then these are Germanic tribes, right? Italy invaded and pushed all these tribes up into Britain, right? And then they pushed them even further up into Scotland and in Ireland. And then they were like, yo, that shit is way too cold, way too damp. We don't want anything to do with that. Fucking you guys can have that. And that's where Ireland and Scotland come from, right? It's funny to think about. These are cultures that at one point or another were like interacting and trading, and there was cultural exchange and things like that. And in addition to that, if you trace it far back enough, you actually find out that like they are like kind of related in a certain sense. You have Celtic languages, and you have Latin. And if you compare some of the words together, you notice that they're like very similar. Like of course, like I latched right onto the fighting thing. There's gladius in Latin, but then there's gladius in Proto-Celtic, which I mean, sword, right? It's actually like really interesting when you take a look at it. It's really it's a fun topic, at least for me. Because like I'm Irish and Italian. Fucking like literally these two cultures, they were beefing it out for years, and now I'm both of them. That's pretty crazy. But anyway, Too Broke, thank you so much for the $5, man. Thank you. Scott, you need to be raising a secret child with Haley. Who's to say it's not already happening? Who's to say we don't already have a child? As far as you guys know, she's my wife. The woman you think is my wife is not my wife. It's an actress that I hired to throw you guys for a loop. Is what it is. I also didn't get I also got kicked out, and I'm in a Dunk's parking lot right now. Excuse me. Dark Age Britain was conquered by Rome. Yeah. Oh yeah. All humans stem from the same tree, but these two are sharing a branch. Oh yeah, 100%. Like all European languages, almost all of them, almost all European languages are related in one form or another. And it's pretty crazy. Oh, excuse me. It's Sam Hyde in a wig. Who? Oh, you're saying the baby me and Haley had. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Actually, facts were so much more similar than me think. Irish dad and Italian mom, they're the exact same in their own way. LOL. Yeah, my mom and my dad were kind of similar in a certain sense. Although I find that Italian mothers are a lot like Jewish mothers in where they're always nagging about something and they're always worried about something. You can't go outside without hearing, "Put your coat on. Put your coat on. It's cold outside. You're gonna catch a cold. Put a coat. No, I don't want you to do that." Like it's like woof. I'm the same, but my great grandfather ditched to Brazil, so I'm Irish, Italian, and Brazilian. I mean, is Brazilian is Brazilian an ethnicity though? Like I feel like if I moved back to Ireland, my kids would just be Irish. They'd be Irish and Italian. Okay, fine, whatever, cool. But like Conor McGregor is probably Irish and fucking Scandinavian. Truth be told, like McGregor is it's a Scandinavian name. It's an Irish Nordic name, right? A Nord Irish name. I forget what they exactly they call it, right? So it's kind of a situation where it's like, all right, so maybe he's not even full on Irish, but also no one's gonna tell anybody that Conor McGregor's not Irish, right? Um, like if I went back to Ireland, my kids, I mean, my kids are gonna be, my kids are not gonna be white most likely. If they are, it'd be like pretty crazy if they are. They're probably gonna be like a very light brown, if anything. Um, that thing's brown. No, but like just the way it is with my wife, that my kids are probably gonna be like a very light brown. Um, but like if something was to happen and I was like, you know what, I gotta move to Ireland and I gotta get an Irish wife, my kids would just be Irish. They wouldn't be like, oh, I'm Irish, but also I'm American too. They'd be like, no, I'm just Irish. That's just the way it is. It's weird because like Blicky is actually Brazilian. She spent summers. I asked her. She spent her summers in the German part of Brazil, which is pretty crazy, Um, but like I don't think she considers herself to be Brazilian by blood necessarily. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to ask her. Um, I don't know because that's the thing though is there's white Brazilians, there's black Brazilians, and then there's the in betweens. I guess you could say the morenas. They might be like they might have like some kind of native in them. Like I'm pretty sure my wife is a native. I'm sure she has white DNA in her, but she's mostly brown because she's native. Like you can see the native features on her. Um, we colonizing. We colonizes. Um, but yeah, it's just what was I gonna say? Like it's not like one ethnicity, so it's like I don't know, like can you call yourself Brazilian? Can I call my kids Brazilian? I don't know, like maybe, I guess. Beats me. Blicky is an interesting woman. Yes, she is. She is. I'm Irish as can be. My family goes back as far as you can. We have Republican monuments with our name on it, yet I'm still 12% Spanish. Yeah, they call that Black Irish, don't they? Irish with that little twist of Spanish in it. I used to know a chick. She was a Wigger chick, and she had this curly black hair. Her last name was her last name was an Irish last name. It wasn't like O'Grady, O'Hanrahan, but it was an Irish last name. Excuse me. Sorry, one sec. Oh, I was checking something out. Anyway, and like she used to flaunt that because she was like a Wigger chick and like her whole existence was like trying to pretend to be black and trying to feel like she's hold up. The girls are on lockdown. Extreme $5 Ultra TTS sale. Oof. All right, we're gonna hit that up before I go. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Her whole existence was just trying to pretend to be black and virtue signaling about how much she likes black people, like literally. And I actually was like about to date this chick, which is a good thing we didn't because that's the last thing I want to do is date a girl like that. Eesh. I'd rather just date a black girl because at least she's not trying to pretend to be something she's not. Like whatever, But like she used to sit there and be like, "I'm black Irish." I'd be like, "Oh, haha, you're Irish," and she'd be like, "I'm black Irish," and it's like, oh, whoa, shut the fuck up, But yeah, the Spanish helped the Irish in a couple of different rebellions, if I remember correctly, There's that line in Oroche do Vahawalia, which I always feel stupid when I say that name. Such a beautiful song, but like the name, like when you say it out loud, there's a certain cringe you feel because it's like Having to actually say that with a straight face is like, yeah. But Gaeliad Féin is na Frank na Spani. You know, they're Irish too. Not French, not Spanish, you know. Because the French and the Spanish are both Catholic countries, so they'd get a little bit of help every now and again, to my understanding. You know. My great-grandmother couldn't speak English, only Spanish. Oh, shit. That's pretty crazy. You should have, you should have learned some Spanish from her if you could speak to her. You know? Many a time, all right. Also, that was really good pronunciation, dude. Goddamn. Thank you, man. Thank you. There's some things I get down really good, and then there's other things that I don't get down at all, and I get yelled at for it. Like, I didn't know Chucky Arla, right? Chucky Arla was pronounced that way. I was pronouncing it the way it's spelled, which is Talk Fade Arla. And I did that once on stream, and Donna Corby came in. Right, Donna Corby. He's an MMA journalist, really cool guy. He comes in and he's like, "Dude, how the fuck did you just say that?" No, it does. You don't say it like that, dude. And he corrected me. He corrected me. She died real young, unfortunately. That sucks, man. That sucks. You know. Scott, I'd rather date a black girl, Sullivan. Yes, sir. All right. What should I type to Haley real quick? Actually,
I will. Thank you. I'm gonna stay and keep making people mad.
Hey Haley, I'm gonna hit you once per hour with the mariachi band until morning.
I thought they said it was 5. I thought they said it was 5. I'm seeing 50 right now. I don't know if I want to buy more coins is the issue. Yeah, no. I think it's all good for now. I think it's all good for the night. Unless there's something that's also really
so you
cheap.
cut Robin by hooking up with Scott and then call everyone else a street rat. You are a sewer gator.
Damn.
Y'all, I did not sleep with Scott. Y'all keep saying that. Don't keep saying that.
Haley gang rise. Edgic fuck you all haggly haggle hagfish haggly fieldman
Here it
Robin
is
Shadi
right
will
here.
haggle hag.
Hag. Yeah, that's fine. I'm a hag, I'm a witch. I like that shit. Hag.
Damn, I have it stuck in my head now.
I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I wish Shadi would have stomped your ugly face into the back of your skull. Bitch.
But she didn't, did she? Did she?
Have you ever thought about not being totally unlikable? I think that would be a good strategy. Try it out.
All right, let's see about the lab. Oh no, she's not in here. All right, she must be in. Oh.
Oh my goodness. I felt exhilarated.
I want to show you guys a version of that song.
Opportunity for that because that was fun.
I showed it on St. Patrick's Day, I'm pretty sure, but I'll show it to you guys again because it's such a beautiful version of that song that I was talking about. She's not even getting anything. She's literally like, Shadi is.
I don't know what the types of plushies are.
People don't even hate Shadi; they're just indifferent to her, which is pretty crazy to think about. It's not that they're like, "Grr, we hate you." It's like, "Hey, I'd rather talk to Claire, who is out,
But I did like
or
it for the time being.
Haley. I forgot her name for a second. Or Haley. I'd rather talk to either of them. You know.
Nice.
Oh. Hold on.
Your nose is huge. I can already see how nasty and ugly you're going to be in a few years. You're also ugly on the inside.
Thank you.
You're gonna break. I can feel it. I can taste. Break for me, Haley. Break. Silence. I feel I can taste it. Break for me.
There's a couple more. She's gonna dance and go woo.
Haley, can you do that thing where you dance around and go woo? I really like it.
I will.
Haley, you need to be more careful. You can't afford to be punched in the face by Shadi. You're already ugly enough, hag.
She looks so stupid doing that. I mean, I'm sure she knows she looks dumb doing it, and that's why she does it.
Haley Gang runs this house. Even if the hog sits on you and crushes you into red paste, you will live on forever in our hearts.
You see, like, she's getting a lot more love right now, too.
The only reason she didn't get to Somo your head in is because Ben was there to stop her. Kill yourself.
Alright. Yeah, most of Shadi's fans are just Claire fans who have jumped on the anti-Haley dog pile. I believe so. I believe so. We're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna show the I'm gonna show the thing with the stuff. Come on, you piece of shit. Bada bing, bada boom. You know what? This is my second favorite version of this song, you know, and I love it because it's rustic in a way, you know, and it's nice as hell. Don't worry, it's coming.
I skjede veven bøllin var det bear grach hove ingevan. Gwel I bra si själv mer lov, studio til leisen gali. Og skjede ve ho alle, og skjede ve ho alle, og skjede ve ho alle.
It's a little over a minute long.
Ta graine will I get yeller sala. Ogli melip margarda. Gweliad him snie frank not spine. Is kudish yedruager galli. Or shidava ho alla. Or shidava ho alla. Or shidava ho alla. In isher hakon taure. So when led yet nevart gewekin, maar meien don jaar schachten. Groin wils na milche gaiski, zie de vogert van mer galli. Or shedava ho alla, dar la moon I kid bo wanya. Or shedava ho alla, in a shed hakon tavre.
Okay, that's English. He's just drunk. Sounds about right. I always laugh right at this part. Right.
See the vogert van mer galli. Or shedava ho alla, dar la moon I kid bo wanya.
That part's always funny to me because he said I like the translation that I see is like I prefer you to 100 dairy cows. That's just like literally what I've seen like translated. Like imagine someone telling you I love you more than 100 cows. That's funny. But like in the context of Ireland, it makes a lot of sense because you know, Ireland was, and to my understanding still is, a very agrarian rural country outside the realm of like, you know, the major cities and stuff like that. Even where my ancestor came from, you know, my great grandfather who came over from Ireland, he was a country boy. You know, he grew up in the south of Limerick, and you know, like I took a look at the place he was baptized in, and it's like fucking, there's like nothing there. It's like a stretch of like, it's like a stretch of road that's like a half mile, maybe a mile long. You know, like that's basically the town, and then there's a few roads that kind of extend off it and stuff like that. So it's you know, it's that's basically like saying I would pick you over all the money in the world, you know? So it's actually like a really romantic, kind of beautiful thing to say, but it's also just so fucking hilarious, you know? My family's from Cork. That's pretty sick, man. I knew somebody from Cork. I don't know what anyone says. This is beautiful. What's the song's name? It's fucking A, whatever. It's here. Oro Shedovaha Walya. Yeah, I'll leave it there for an extra second so you can read it, you know. There's a bunch of different versions. It's like probably the most well-known Irish song, like Irish as in like Irish language song. And it's really good. It's really good, you know. Oh yeah. I was talking about that a little bit earlier, you know. Gaeliad Fein Isni Frank na Spawny. Yeah. Definitely not a Thin Lizzy song. Nothing says I love you like the gift of a spatula. No, sir. Oh, wait a second. Hold up. Oh, fuck. I missed that global ping. I missed the global ping, son of a bitch. Wait, did the rat leave? I feel bad calling her the rat. I know her name. I've known her name for a while. Fucking, she's Juliana. Oh, wait. I'm trying to think if there's any other Irish songs that I could show you guys that are Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, it was just reiterating the Ultra TTS sale is what it was. Nah, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, wait. Actually, I'll show you this one too. This is a really beautiful one. We won't watch the whole thing though. We're not gonna watch the whole thing though. I am gonna get out of here after this. It's been almost 2.5 hours. You know, my wife is trying to fucking sleep. I hope I'm not keeping her up. She's got work in the morning. You know, somebody's got to pay the bills around here. Yeah. This kid has like the voice of an angel. Was Juliana kicked out? I don't know if she was kicked out. I hope not. Oh, Ben kicked her out for old racist tweets. That's hilarious, bro. She probably just wanted to go. I don't blame her. I absolutely adore this girl's eyes. No homo. I'll go ahead and I'll end it there because chances are I'll probably get in trouble for this because this is like a really famous version. You know, at least my understanding is a very famous version. So it wouldn't surprise me if like choral scholars of University College Dublin. I have a feeling it's probably some kind of Creative Commons, but also it wouldn't surprise me if the college was like, actually, it's ours. We want it. We want it. It's ours. It wouldn't surprise me one bit. Yeah, I like Irish culture is like beautiful, and I'm so glad that I got into it. You know, they don't want you to be into your culture anymore. They don't want you to know where you came from and what that means and what it stands for. And it makes you easier to rule over because there is no like thing you have to stand for. It's all the only thing that matters is literally right this second. That's it. Anything that happened before doesn't matter. Those people are dead. They don't exist anymore. Oh yeah, heaven's not real either. God isn't real. So they're just gone. They aren't looking down on you or looking up at you for that matter. You know, they don't matter. All that matters is right now. So, you know, go ahead and jack off and eat eat the fucking slop and have multiple partners and you know, do X, Y, and Z. Like that's what they're trying to do by being like, what do you mean you're proud of your heritage? What do you mean you think that stuff's beautiful? It's old and it wasn't made by a black guy, so that means it's lame. Is what it is. So like sweet summer child, get that out of here. Like that's what they want, you know. So that when somebody's like, white people have no culture, you can't point to this and be like, well, actually, that this shit was made when my ancestors were still on the island. So eat shit and die. You know, I don't want to fucking hear that shit. You know, you know, if you're not into your culture, whether it's your culture as in you live in Ireland or England or, you know, Italy or France or wherever, right? If you're not into that, get into it in a real way. And I don't mean the modern version of that where you have like, you know, French, like white French dudes rapping and shit like that. Get into your real culture. Not the shit that again was made by a black guy. So it's totally so much cooler, right? You know, and protect it and find who you are based on the tradition of your people, you know. Again, whether it's you're in the country, you live there, you were born there, you are, for all intents and purposes, Welsh or whatever, or if you're like me, you're some dude who he barely ever leaves Massachusetts, but he loves the hell out of his family, and he wants to do good by them and make them proud of him, you know. He wants to add to the legacy, you know. Like regardless of who you are, get into that shit because you'll find there's a lot of good shit too. You know, if you're French, Pica la Balania, I believe it is. That's a really beautiful song. A buddy of mine showed me a French song years ago. Italian stuff is kind of difficult though. Like the only good Italian music I've found is modern stuff, like Bronson. You know, in fact, you know, I'm gonna show you some Bronson. I'm gonna show you some Bronson real quick. I'll show you guys some Bronson and then I'll get out of here. This is shit. Yes. This music video goes pretty hard. This music video goes pretty hard. Be warned. Be warned. See, I won't get copyright claimed by these guys because fucking they'll probably be like, oh good. More people listen to our shit. What do you mean power level going down? These guys they're an Italian, they're just an Italian band. Is that a bad thing? I don't understand anything that they're saying. I just think it sounds cool. Guarda il sole là, tramonta dietro la ferrovia e la fotografia. This is what they fear most. Is you and your boys being like,
Io sono cresciuto qua, questa è la mia città e mi si stringe il cuore vedere che oggi muore. Vedere che oggi muore. Riprendersi tutto, chi stringe il cappio attilaniato dalle piazze alle scuole quando tutto trema e fuori piove. Sai, dal ponte delle Aquile al Colosseo quadrato, 1000 più sogni per riprendersi uno stato. Per riprendersi uno stato.
This shit really is good though. That is a sick song. In Ogni Caso is a better song. I don't mind that one, but this is probably my favorite other than Quelli Come Noi. I just really like this song, especially because my Italian family came from the area of Rome. They didn't come from Rome proper, but they came from a place like a little bit south of Rome, probably like a half hour, 45 minutes, I would assume. You know, just judging by the distance that I've seen from like Rome, the city, and like where they're from, you know. So it's cool, you know. Um, Tony Hawk, Irish pro skater. This would go harder if it was this would go harder if it was made by a black guy. Yeah, but was it made by a black dude? No. That means it's lame. Fucking. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys so much. You know, I might stream tomorrow. I might stream tomorrow. It really depends on, you know, what's going down. I got to figure it all out. Yeah, I'll let you guys know. I told you I'm not going to be back in the tank. That's true, but like honestly, after what happened tonight and the way Haley is, I'm not going to harass Jet. I'm not going to bother Jet. They have plans, and I also have plans of my own that I kind of got to take care of. But like, if I can get back in there at least one more time, I will, because I really feel bad for Haley. She has absolutely no friends in there. Even Dunye is like nice to her, but also Dunye is not picking sides. You know, he's kind of got nice things to say to everybody. So I really kind of. I really feel bad. I really want to get back in there, dude. Like really, you know, just to hang out, like just to hang out with her and like, you know, like talk to her, because that's like that's bad, man. You know, it's probably partially because it's a woman too. Like if it was a guy, I'd still feel bad and I'd want to be there to like, you know, like be there for him. But like, I probably wouldn't feel as bad. I'd probably just be like, dude, fucking fight. You know, keep on fucking throwing hands, bro. I'd probably be like that. But you know, the Haley thing right now, I'm like, oh man, dude, that sucks, bro. That sucks, dude. But anyway, I haven't been keeping up with Bitch Tang Zoned Out. It's about to get good. It's about to wrap up. You know, they'll happily make room for you, man. Don't stress. Well, that's the thing, is they had their plans, and their plans did not include me, and that's not me like getting angry or anything like that. It's just like genuinely, like they didn't need me for the plans for the finale, so you know you're probably not gonna see me there. It just is what it is, you know. I'll be there for season 3, you know, but like I don't have a spot in the finale, and I'm not gonna harass them to make a spot for me, even if it's just go in and be emotional support for Haley. I'm not going to harass them, you know, to do that. If they hit me up, then I'm there. But again, I'm not going to be like, dude, jet, dude, jet, jet, dude, jet, dude, jet, jet, dude, jet, dude, jet. I didn't want to stop doing that. I wanted to see how long I could do it for. You know, but yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.